happened yesterday. So let's look at other results from the matches that were played yesterday in other groups. Like I said before, Comoros, they've made history by qualifying for their first AFCON yesterday, following a goalless draw with Togo, and that alone has done them a great stuff by booking their ticket. They are in Group G, and also Kenya also drew 1-1 with Egypt. So the Pharaohs also booked their ticket yesterday. Comoros, Egypt getting the ticket out of Group G. Are you surprised?
What maybe not really surprised looking at what Cape Verde and Madagascar have done recently. Madagascar beat Nigeria 2-0 at the last Africa Cup of Nations. So maybe it shouldn't really be that much of a surprise that Comoros is qualifying for the Africa Cup of Nations. But what amazes me looking at their group right now is that they are on the same number of points as the most successful nation in the Africa Cup of Nations, Egypt. Egypt have got 9 points. Comoros have also got 9 points. Both of them have qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations with a game to spare, which is really amazing. Yeah, Kenya and Togo may not have that huge pedigree in terms of international football, but hey, Togo have been to the World Cup. Kenya, have not won the Africa Cup of Nations, have not qualified for the World Cup, but they have a higher profile in African football than Comoros. So for when we saw the fixtures, the group being done, I mean, we knew, okay, Egypt were going to qualify. Then it was likely to be either Togo, maybe more of Togo than even Kenya. But to have Togo right now, bottom of the group, it's just amazing.
Just 2 points.
And for Comoros to have qualified with a game to spare, when you have Kenya and Togo in that group, it's wonderful. And for them to do that, they are right now on the same number of points as the Pharaohs of Egypt, the most successful team in the Africa Cup of Nations. Look, thumbs up to them. Whatever they are doing in Comoros, they should continue it. It's just great that they have been able to do this. Really wonderful for them, qualifying from Group G at the expense of countries like Kenya and Togo. And it must be really, really disappointing for Togo. I mean, since the departure of Emmanuel Adebayo, you wonder what's been happening to them. And they are a country that, well, maybe not at a large scale, not on a very large scale, but they usually produce some very good players. Remember, there's this Bashiru Salu, even before Emmanuel Adebayo. So they used to, once in a while like that, just produce these superstars.
Even Ilas Bebu plays for them, the offensive striker.
For them to be bottom of their group, for them to have been eliminated with even a game to spare, I mean, it's just something that's not acceptable. They've got just 2 points. So the best they can do is 5 points. And we are not even sure that they will be able to do that. So massive congratulations to Comoros for qualifying. They join, I think, 13 other countries that have already booked their place. In other matches, we had South Africa and Ghana playing out a 1-1 draw. There was this friendly banter between Stephen Appiah, former captain of the Super Eagles, and Thomas Mlambo. Former captain of the Black Stars of Ghana, and Thomas Lambo, you know, the very famous South African sports presenter. And it was Lambo even showed a picture of his room where he's got a video of his room where he's got a picture of Stephen Appiah, a photo signed by Stephen Appiah, and Stephen Appiah had earlier told him, "You are my brother, but you already know the results. You know what Ghana will do." But then Lambo replied and said, "Look, you are my brother. Whatever happens, we will still remain brothers and everything." You know, so it was interesting. They played out a 1-1 draw. Gabon beat DR Congo 3-0, while Gambia, another country that have done well, gained their qualification. They beat Angola 1-0. Angola is another country that has faded. You know, we remember what Angola did to Nigeria in 2006, and they qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations, for the World Cup at the expense of Nigeria. They prevented us from going to Germany 2006, and in later years after that, they stayed on, remain relevant for a while, but these days Angola, they are just nowhere. Even in basketball that they used to dominate the whole of Africa, they are not that good anymore. Comoros Island, as we mentioned, played out a goalless draw with Togo, and Kenya and Egypt played out a 1-1 draw. Botswana 0, Zimbabwe 1, and Namibia, Zambia and Algeria played out a 3-3 draw. Guinea beat Tanzania 1-0, while Libya were beaten 5-2 at home by Tunisia, who have also already qualified. So this is how the group stands at the moment. Before we look at the fixtures for today, in Group A, we've got Mali and Guinea. They have qualified. Mali on 13 points, Guinea on 11 points. From Group B, Burkina Faso, they've qualified, 9 points from their 5 games. Uganda are second on 8 points. Malawi third on 7 points, and South Sudan bottom, 3 points. They have been eliminated. In Group C, Ghana have qualified. They got 10 points from their 5 matches. South Africa are second, 10 points from 5-2. Then Sudan have got 9 points. They are 10 points, have not qualified. I think it's because Ghana are going to be playing Sao Tome and Principe next, while South Africa will take on Sudan. Okay, so that is the reason. So Ghana with their 10 points, no matter what happens, they will, at worst, they will remain on 10 points.
10 points.
Yeah, but the match between South Africa and Sudan, if Sudan wins, they go to 12 points. That means Ghana
and South Africa.
Yeah, Ghana and South Africa remain on 10 points. I think head-to-head, Ghana seems to be better than South Africa. I think they beat South Africa, then played a draw yesterday. So Ghana will remain ahead of them. Then I think Ghana also has a better head-to-head over Sudan. So even if somehow maybe they get a draw, yeah, because they are not playing against. So even if Sudan gets a draw in this encounter, it means Sudan will be on 10 points. South Africa will be on 11 points. So South Africa will qualify, will top the group ahead of Ghana, but Sudan cannot qualify ahead of Ghana. That is if they play out a draw. But if Sudan loses, even better for Ghana, they are already there. So that's why Ghana have qualified with 10 points, while South Africa with 10 points, they still have
to wait
before they can qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations. In Group D, there are still other groups. In Group D, Gabon have qualified along with Gambia. DR Congo, another surprise. They have been eliminated. They've got 6 points. Angola eliminated. Angola is the most embarrassing. No team has qualified just yet. They've played just 4 games.
Morocco, they've got 10 points.
10 points, yeah. But you look at 2 matches to go. Yeah, Burundi can still get to 10 points. So that's why they have not qualified just yet. So we've got Morocco, Mauritania, Burundi, and Central African Republic. Morocco have got 10 points. Mauritania 5 points. Burundi 4 points, and Central African Republic 3 points. In Group F, Cameroon, of course, they've qualified as hosts, but they are still top of the group. They've got 10 points from their 4 matches. Rwanda as second, they've got 5 points from 5 matches. Then Mozambique third, 4 points from 5, and Cape Verde bottom, they've got 4 points from their 4 matches. In Group G, Egypt and Comoros, as we told you, have qualified, both of them on 9 points. Kenya on 4 points, eliminated. Togo on 2 points, they're out of the competition. Group H, Algeria and Zimbabwe have qualified. Algeria got 11 points so far, while Zimbabwe are on 8 points. Botswana on 4 points have been eliminated, and Zambia on 4 points eliminated. Zambia, another this
is surprise. Yeah, that's.
I would love to see. I follow him on Twitter. I would love to see how he will react to this. They won the Africa Cup of Nations in 2012,
and they stand no chance of qualifying from the way it is.
They are eliminated. We have the 2 qualifiers already: Algeria and Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Zambia and Botswana on 4 points. They've got 1 match to go. They get to 7 points if they both win their matches. I don't even know who they are playing. But no matter what, they go to 7 points. You can't catch Zimbabwe already on 8 points. So Zimbabwe and Algeria have already qualified. In Group I, Senegal are the only team that have qualified here, and they are think the only team with a perfect record so far, they've got 12 points from their 4 matches. This is what I expected from the Super Eagles in our group, but sadly it has not happened. Congo on 7 points are second. Then Guinea-Bissau on 3 points. They are third, while Eswatini have been eliminated. They've got just 1 point. So the battle is going to be between Congo and Guinea-Bissau. In Group J, Tunisia have qualified. They've got 13 points from 5. Equatorial Guinea also qualified, 9 points from 5. Tanzania eliminated. Libya eliminated. Group K, no team has qualified just yet. Ethiopia on 9 points. Cote d'Ivoire, I'm surprised that they are on 7 points. Madagascar, who caused he stayed in the last competition, they are also on 7 points. So Madagascar and Cote d'Ivoire are the ones that will battle for this. Although Madagascar have played a game more, so they've got just 1 more game to play, while Cote d'Ivoire have got 2 more matches, and the Niger Republic is one of those games that they will be playing. Then in Group L, Nigeria's group, this is the last group, no team has qualified just yet. Okay, 8 points for Nigeria, top of the group. Then Benin Republic 7 points. They play themselves tomorrow. But if Sierra Leone and Lesotho, who will play earlier, and they are playing at 2 p.m., if they play out a draw, then Nigeria would have qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations even before this match. But that should not be what the Super Eagles should be looking at. They should just go all out and get the win against Benin Republic. So that's how things stands in the Africa Cup of Nations.
All right, we've got some matches for today. Burundi, they'll be taking on Central African Republic at 2 p.m. Then Eswatini will play host to Guinea-Bissau. Then also today, Niger will be at home to Cote d'Ivoire, while Cape Verde will play host to the host nation Cameroon. Then Congo will take on Senegal in another AFCON qualifier, while Mauritania will play host to Morocco. These are the matches to expect later today. The matches between Niger and Cote d'Ivoire will be at 5 p.m. Same with Cape Verde and Cameroon. Then Congo and Senegal also at 5 p.m. But Mauritania will take on Morocco at 8 p.m. So that's what we've got for you as far as the AFCON is concerned. Still talking local football, MFM yesterday took on Enyimba International in MPFL, and it was a victory for the aggregate-based side. Talking about MFM, they won that game 1 goal to nil. And also, we're getting reports that the much awaited press conference talking about concerning the AS Roma Academy and University of Benin has been postponed due to some issues, but a new date will be communicated as soon as possible for those who are waiting for the press conference, so know how they are going to register into that academy. So we hope that we get a new date communicated to you very soon. All right, let's leave the shores of Africa and move over to Europe. Yes, there were some games yesterday. There's one who calls himself the god of football, who returned to national duty at the age of 39. He did not get on the score sheet until he was replaced in the 84th minute, but he got the assist just 10 minutes before the break for his side to get the 1-0 victory over Georgia. Talking about Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, he is the leading international goal scorer. I think 62 goals so far, and he also becomes the oldest player to feature for Sweden, which is good for somebody who's not originally a Swede, as he himself told us that because his name is not Svensson or Anderson, that's why the Swedish press don't defend his honor the way they should. Thomas Ravelli, their famous goalkeeper, was awesome at the 1994 World Cup, and I think at one point he shared the record for being the guy at the most World Cups, along with the former captain of Germany, Matthias.
Okay,
Lothar Matthias. Yeah, I think they both went to 5 World Cups. So Thomas Ravelli used to be the oldest player, but Zlatan Ibrahimovic has now overtaken him as the oldest player to feature for Sweden. And to imagine if he had not retired, if he had not been out of international football for 5 years, I mean, what he would have been.
Would have gotten to 100 goals.
But I don't know if he will have got to 100 goals. But,
in 6 years?
I don't know. So 62. It's not that easy to score international. But how many players on international level have got beyond 100? It's just Cristiano Ronaldo and Ali Day. And imagine all those. Even the great Pele had 77 goals for Brazil all through his career. So I don't know if he will have got to 100 goals. But good one for them. They won. Spain and Greece.
Surprising results.
Got a 1-1 draw in that encounter. Alvaro Morata putting the Spaniards ahead, but the Greeks fought back and got an equalizer. They got a penalty which they converted. Bulgaria were beaten 3-1 at home by Switzerland. Italy defeated Northern Ireland 2-0. Israel lost 2-0 at home to Denmark, while Moldova and Faroe Islands played out a 1-1 draw. Scotland and Austria settled for a 2-2 draw, while Andorra lost 1-0 at home to Albania. England, expectedly against San Marino, it was a stroll in the park. Maybe it would have even been more for them, but the San Marino goalkeeper made some brilliant save, especially from James Ward-Prowse. There was one free kick that he got his hands to. Ward-Prowse also scored in that encounter. Oli Watkins on his debut getting a goal. I'm happy for him because we know it's going to be really, really tough. We know there are so many players who are angling for a starting position. We know, of course, Harry Kane will always be there. You know, so every other player has got to really battle to make that starting level. Dominic Calvert-Lewin also scoring. It's good, boosting his international profile. But this was the match that they were expected to win. And
convincingly,
they did. Yeah, Hungary and Poland played out a 3-3 draw, high scoring encounter there. While Germany beat Iceland 3-0. Liechtenstein were beaten 1-0 at home by Armenia, and Romania defeated North Macedonia 3-2. So these are the matches played in Europe.
For Germany, that's Group J game that they played. Avaz and Gondoha were on the score sheet for them. So I think there's a beginning to add a goal scoring to their games, especially Gondoha, both for club and country. All right, these are
in the CONCACAF region. We also had the World Cup qualifiers. The Dominican Republic, while Guatemala defeated Cuba 1-0. Curacao beat St. Vincent and the Grenadines 5-0. And remember, we told you this story. Belize, their national team, held at gunpoint by an armed group. Well, they played that match against Haiti. The Haitians won 2-0. So these are the results from the CONCACAF region.
All right. We look at some matches that we'll be having today as far as the CONCACAF. Okay, some results from the CONCACAF. Also, El Salvador and Grenada. El Salvador won the match 2-0, while Panama were 1-0 winners over Barbados. Those games ended earlier as of this morning. As far as Trinidad and Tobago also beating Guyana 3-0. Let's quickly talk boxing, then talk.
So before we talk boxing, the qualifiers for Africa today, we've got Burundi taking on Central African Republic. Mauritania will take on Morocco. Okay, we've given this before.
I told that before.
Okay, all right.
So let's talk about boxing. The heavyweight rematch between Povetkin and Dillian Whyte. Where Dillian Whyte is he's a survivor, and we understand. Yes, as a professional boxer, you have to be a survivor. You have to fight with the last drop of your blood. And last time it was Povetkin who won that fight. But tomorrow they are having a rematch, and Dillian Whyte is really cool, sounding really cool and really humble, giving the respect to Povetkin. But he has said he has what it takes to knock him out in that fight. Are you seeing a revenge or a repeat?
I think it is going to be revenge because Dillian Whyte was clearly leading that fight before he got caught out cold by that punch from Alexander Povetkin. It reminds me of the fight between Lennox Lewis and Hassim Rahman in South Africa many years. It was in 2001 also. Lennox Lewis was dominating, but just one soccer punch from Hazim Rahman knocked him out, and Rahman became the champion. But when we had the rematch, Lennox Lewis dominated and easily won that fight. The same thing happened between Lennox Lewis and Oliver McCall. Was leading, but 1 point from McCall just sent him down, and he lost that fight. But in the rematch, he won. So I think again, you look at the fight between Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua clearly had that fight till the third round. Even in the third round, he knocked down Andy Ruiz, and it was looking like it was going to be an early night. But something happened later in that round, and Anthony Joshua got knocked out eventually. So I believe that Dillian Whyte has learned his lesson. He said he had defended that particular punch that knocked him out many times, hundreds of times. If he's losing to boxers like I believe that he will be the more desperate boxer here, and he's going to get it. He will want it more, and he will get it. Even Anthony Joshua has predicted that Dillian Whyte would win this, and who better than Anthony Joshua, who has fought against both men, who has beaten both guys, to tell you who he thinks is going to win the fight. So I think that Dillian Whyte will get the victory.
All right, quickly let's talk tennis before we look at your messages. The British teenager Jack Draper says he needs to improve physically after retiring on his ATP Tour debut following a dramatic fall in Miami. The youngster, who had earlier received medical treatment, seemed to collapse as he chased the return on a set point against Kazakhstan's Mikhail Kukushkin. And speaking later, the 19-year-old said he had tripped after feeling dizzy. And I don't know, for the British women's number one, Joanna Konta, she ended only a second 7-5. So for the youngster, next time could move on. But for Formula One, is back, and they had their testing yesterday. Lewis Hamilton is saying that they are not the fastest, and he thinks that this season is going to be really difficult and tougher than last season. So we don't know if they are playing games.
Look, the rest of the competitors, the other constructors, they should not listen to all of this. Mercedes say it all the time. I can't even remember when in pre-season testing when Mercedes had the fastest car. They always never have the fastest car, but once the competition starts proper,
they start doing their magic.
Them that the superior vehicle or the superior competition. So I don't think anybody should listen to them. They will say whatever they have to say. I think it's just mind games. Mercedes are going to be the team to beat once the Formula One season starts, no matter what Ferrari and the others are doing. So they should really prepare. Look, as a fan of Formula One, yes, I am a huge fan of Lewis Hamilton, but I want to see competition, so that it doesn't become what you call the Farmers League in football, where you have just one team winning. So that's the way it is. I want to see Ferrari step up. I want to see McLaren. I want to see Red Bull. I want to see the rest of them really coming out to give serious competition to Mercedes. But when it is going to be Mercedes 1 and 2, if you have 20 races in a season, Mercedes 1 and 2 in 13 races, what is that? There is no competition. And, most of the times it's going to be Lewis Hamilton dominating. And before you are halfway to the season, Lewis Hamilton is Valtteri Bottas by like 80 points and is leading the closest competitor that's not in Mercedes by over 100 points. So there is basically no competition. So the others should just concentrate and ensure that they give Mercedes a very good fight. All this talk about Mercedes doesn't have the fastest car, they should not listen to them. Just go out there and do your best, because we know that once the season starts, Mercedes is going to be in an awesome form.
All right, let's look at the messages that we've got and see how many we can take.
Let's look at the basketball results.
Okay, basketball results.
Portland Trailblazers were in action against Miami Heat. The Trailblazers won 125 points to 122. Top performers for Portland Trailblazers: CJ McCollum, 35 points, 1 rebound and 8 assists, while Bam Adebayo got 29 points, 9 rebounds and 7 assists from Miami Heat. Washington Wizards were beaten by New York Knicks 106 points to 100 2. Rui Hachimura got 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists for Washington Wizards, while RJ Barrett got 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists for New York Knicks. LA Clippers beat San Antonio Spurs 98 points to 85. Reggie Jackson for LA Clippers got 28.4 rebounds and 4 assists, while DeJounte Murray from San Antonio got 18.7 rebounds and 6 rebounds and 7 assists. LA Lakers, they lost again without LeBron James. And I said, I hope they will still be in playoff positions by the time LeBron James gets back, because I really don't know. Philadelphia 76ers beat them 109 points to 101. Top performer for Philadelphia was Danny Green. He got 28.5 rebounds and 1 steal, while Dennis Schroeder got 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 11 assists. I think this really basically tells us how great LeBron James is. Because he's not there. Look at what's happening. And this is a team that won the NBA title last season. The previous season, which was his first season, they did not even make the playoff. But when he really got into the team, they won. It's just horrible. Golden State Warriors 119 points, Sacramento Kings 141 points. Andrew Wiggins of Golden State got 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists, while the Aaron Fox of Sacramento scored 44 points, 2 rebounds, and 7 assists. The fixtures for tonight: Brooklyn Nets taking on Detroit Pistons, Phoenix Suns versus Toronto Raptors, Milwaukee Bucks will host Boston Celtics, while Charlotte Hornets will welcome Miami Heat. Portland Trailblazers will travel to Orlando Magic, and Houston Rockets will battle Minnesota Timberwolves. Denver Nuggets versus New Orleans Pelicans, Indiana Pacers taking on Dallas Mavericks, Memphis Grizzlies versus Utah Jazz, Atlanta Hawks will play against Golden State Warriors, while Cleveland Cavaliers will take on Los Angeles Lakers. If LeBron James had been there, we'll say, okay, back to his former team, but it's not there. Let's see what they will do.
Even Cleveland on their own, not that they are too tight at the moment, they're just blowing hot and cold, but let's see, they could beat Lakers without LeBron James. It's possible, because even without AD, but let's see if Schroeder will be able to assist to get them away. Let's see how many specifics we can take, if maybe 2 or 3 before.
This one is good day, my Oga of Sports. Please make una help me beg senior man bring one hat trick from the wardrobe where he said he kept 15. Or I just need that game badly. Jonah from Dumes. Yeah, he said it that he has a 15 hat tricks, and the one he scored was just 1. Good morning and win today. My dear sports guru, where is Angola when we talk about basketball? For some time now, we have not been hearing about them. Is it that they have